So because I was calling people that were important to me, that made me feel great, that made me feel better every day. So my humor got better. And then my confidence also got better. And then I just wanted to do more stuff and work more and produce stuff and everything and get more creative because I was feeling better. So starting really small, like a very simple task or simple thing, and it added so much value to my days. I wasn't expecting that. I'll be very frank with you. I wasn't expecting that in the beginning.
Welcome to Chumble's Habit Hero series, where I speak to people brave enough to start their habit adventures and let us in on their highs and lows. Today, we're joined by Drielle from Brazil. Drielle shares how one simple habit changed her life: picking up the phone. We'll discuss small steps, the power of calling, and the snowball effect. I hope you enjoy a glimpse of Drielle's inspiring story.
And let's dig straight into it. What got you interested in habits?
Well, I guess it's the fact that for a while, I kind of quit all my habits. I didn't have anything that was going on consistently. And I saw how it kind of harmed my humor and even my confidence in myself. So that's when I started getting more interested in habits. And it also helped the fact that I met you. So we started talking about that, and yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned the situation where you were not in a super positive place. What were some of the habits that you focused on to improve that?
During the whole course, you mean, the program?
Yes.
Okay. So during the program, with the Happy Habits program, I decided to focus on two habits, actually. The first one was getting more in contact with the people that I love or people that are important to me, which I realized in the beginning of the course, in our first one-on-one session, that was something that did like miracles to my humor. And it was such a simple thing, right? Just, reach out to people that you like. So that was one. And the other one was still practicing my confidence, was to post more on social media. I chose that because it was a way of telling my story, of showing who I was in an authentic way. Because I was kind of, embarrassed of sharing. And so I thought this could be a good way of starting to look at my own story with a bit more pride, I guess.
And then you mentioned connecting to people more. What exactly did that look like for you?
Okay, that was like in a very practical way. It was calling people that I liked. So every day I would call someone, anyone that popped into my mind, not necessarily just like friends or family, like close friends and close family, but sometimes it would be like a colleague I didn't hear from for a while, or maybe ex students that used to study with me. So again, colleagues. So mainly it was just calling people that were important to me in a way or another.
Love that. Amazing. And then you already mentioned that on this journey there were some benefits that you got from it. What has been your biggest learning on that journey to those benefits?
Okay. Yeah, I guess that the most important thing that I learned was noticing that even when you make a very small change in your day, and if you're doing something that you like to do, that has a consequence in so many other levels you don't even connect at the beginning, right? So because I was calling people that were important to me, that made me feel great, that made me feel better every day. So my humor got better. And then my confidence also got better. And then I just wanted to do more stuff and work more and produce stuff and everything and get more creative because I was feeling better. So starting really small, like a very simple task or simple thing, and it added so much value to my days. I wasn't expecting that. I'll be very frank with you. I wasn't expecting that in the beginning.
No, I don't think also like it has been amazing to see you experience that throughout. So focusing on this one thing that then bleeded into other areas of your life. What do you think helped you identify that important aspect?
Well, first of all, it was something that came out in our first one-on-one. I wasn't going to focus on that because I didn't see that as a habit. I don't know how I can categorize that, but I didn't see that as a habit, just as something nice to do. And then when we turned that into a habit, it was like a question that you made in our intake session. I said, yeah, why not? Right? So that's when it all started. And that's when I understood that connecting to other people was something that is part of my very core somehow. It's strictly related to my values. So that's where it all began.
Amazing. And then finally acting on that core of your values, that core of your being. You already mentioned that you were able to enjoy some amazing outcomes, some amazing benefits. Do you mind sharing some of those?
Well, yeah, as I mentioned before, it got me more excited. I was feeling better every day because I felt I was respecting a part of me that had to do with a value, and I also felt valued by the people that I was reaching out to. So that made me feel better, happier, more excited, even more creative, and that then led to new habits. So now every morning I wake up and I have like my beauty routine in the morning. I take care of myself. I like taking care of myself. It was something I wasn't doing. Maybe I haven't ever done that before, to be very frank. So yeah, then because I was taking more care of myself, or taking better care of myself, I started working better and just proposing more stuff and wanting to do more and just putting my face out there and discovering, giving myself the chance to do other stuff because I was feeling more confident. So it all started small, but it started gaining momentum at some point.
Amazing. And then of course these are all amazing things. Are there still any challenges that you face in your day-to-day when it comes to your habits?
Well, I started to introduce other habits, of course, because I was feeling, yes, I can. So I said, yeah, why not? I have to say that the calling and reaching out to people, that one kind of feels like part of my day already, and I miss it when it doesn't happen. So I can say that this is already a habit of mine somehow. But I have to say that, for example, the other one that I was working on, the posting and being more open about my life on social media, that one, I still struggle with that a little bit because I feel, there's room for improving that. But yeah, it's working, it's going on. So very good. And yeah, because as I said before, because I was feeling better and happier or more excited, with more energy in my day, I started to create a routine, so I added some exercise to my days, and also I've tried to meditate. I understood that meditation It's not necessarily something I am willing to do right now, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. It's also a lesson.
Exactly. So I guess that's the main thing. Like, stick to the new routine. Of course, there are days in which it flows naturally. There are days in which it's a bit more difficult. But I guess the main learning here is just to respect yourself, understand why you're doing that, and not just stick to the plan because you have to do stuff, but stick to the plan as long as it makes sense for you.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Excellent, excellent awareness as well. Nice. And then, if for people wanting to introduce habits themselves, what would be the most important piece of advice that you would give them, Drielle?
Okay, if it's supposed to be based on my experience, I would go for do something that feels good. Start by something that feels good, because as soon as you start taking care of that and promoting more of that wellness, of that good feeling in your life, automatically that will reflect on other stuff, on other areas of your life, and will make other things easier. So start by what makes you feel good, and also start small, very small.
Nice. A very strong way to end things. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you have a lovely day.
You too. See ya.
Goodbye, Drielle.